Alright, so next reaction is martial arts girl fire Wing Chun. Also know from also know that I'm gonna be reacting to is Rebel Rose compilations. Now you don't know, so you're learning Wing Chun like I do, cause Wing Chun is the best one to train for. For me, I train more for the Kung Fu like Jeet Kune Do, Animal Kung Fu, other Kung Fu that I want to learn, including all the other martial arts, and somehow, um, yeah, I support her for like day after day, and well, actually months after months, of course. Somehow, I would love to see do all the fight scenes and including all the other Wing Chun's compilation, which I love to watch, and all the other Jeet Kune Do as well, and all the other Kung Fu. I'm really into it. But somehow we're gonna check it out in three, two, one, go.
Every journey has to start somewhere. For me, my journey to learning Wing Chun started with my interest in Chinese culture and my respect for its teachings and its spirit, particularly the focus, control, and discipline that it embodies. It can be a little bit intimidating, though, to try something that you've never done before. But in those moments, you have to just say, let's go for it. This is not intended to be an instructional video. I'm definitely not qualified for that. Instead, I just wanted to share a little of what I've learned in this journey. Here, I'm practicing Luksao, also known as sticky hands. And I want to apologize in advance if I'm completely messing up the pronunciation of some of the words. I will try to do better in the future. I'm alternating between Bonsao and Fuksao. This exercise is typically done with two people, although here I'm just practicing on my own to get the basics right. Now, I'm working on a drill that incorporates many of the concepts and ideas that I've learned already. In the short time that I've been working on Wing Chun, it's already taught me so much. It's taught me clarity, precision, focus, a way to calm my mind like nothing else I've ever found. It's also taught me confidence in myself, a belief that I will find and make the right call. I can't wait to see where this journey takes me, and I'd be honored if you'd like to come along. Recently, I've been working on Luksao, or rolling arms. This is a drill to develop sensitivity in the arms and hands. This training works so well that some experts can actually fight effectively while blindfolded. I'm working on each arm separately and slowly. Here, I'm alternating between Tan Sao, or lay force hand, and Bong Sao, or wing hand. Now I'm practicing foxao, or tame force hand. I'm also working on keeping my arms and hands relaxed but flowing with energy. Wing Chun advocates flowing like water and taking the path of least resistance during a fight. This also means the most direct path. I've been thinking a lot about how that can apply to life, too. A forceful attitude isn't always the best answer. Now I'm putting all three together. Luke Sao is a type of Chi Sao, or sticky hands, drill. Not only does it develop sensitivity, it also heightens your reflexes. This makes it possible to anticipate your opponent's next move and redirect their energy away from you. Luke Sao typically leads into other Chi Sao drills that involve direct hits and blocks. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Started, I always feel my mind settle down and focus on nothing but the movements of my arms and my
morning everyone, and welcome to the channel, Rebel Rose. I'm Rose, and I'm really excited to present to you our new project, Women of Anime. Why are we doing this project, you might ask? Well, I love anime, I love Studio Ghibli, Naruto, Black Clover, so many others, but I also think that the women of anime just don't get the props that they deserve for being the badass characters that they are. So, in this project, it's just kind of my interpretation of the hard work and the just like mental focus that these women have put into being the best that they can possibly be. I just wanted to showcase that because it's been very inspiring in my own life, and I wanted to share that with all of you. So, stick around and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so as you can see, took out the contacts because I'm very blind. I want to be able to see what I'm doing, but keep the wig on. So in the anime, we never really get to see what Hinata's workout regimen looks like, beyond seeing her working on her gentle fist taijutsu. But we all know that a ninja of her incredibly high skill level would have had to have a lot of physical strength to match. So I put 2 and 2 together, and this is just my interpretation of what I think her workout regimen might have looked like. So of course, we gotta start with the core. Strong core means that you can move with lots of precision and agility, and that's exactly what Hinata's fighting style is all about. So we've got crunches, lower abs, obliques, all of that. Also planks, a great way to build core strength, also a great way to build endurance. We all know Hinata is not afraid of hard work. Next up, we have push-ups. What is an anime workout routine without push-ups? It's iconic, you gotta have them. And for Hinata's fighting style, it's really important to have lots of upper body strength with all of the strikes and jabs that she uses. And finally, we have legs. Side lunges, moving lunges, kicks, all of that, all to build a high level of strength and flexibility. And also a lot of endurance, because she would need that for going on long missions. And finally, we get to the fighting. The Hyuga clan invented the Gentle Fist Taijutsu, which uses their Byakugan to analyze their opponent's chakra network, pinpoint the weak spots, and use needle-like shards of their own chakra to disrupt the flow of chakra in the opponent's body. To create my own interpretation of Gentle Fist, I used a combination of moves from the anime with what I know about the Chinese martial arts style Wing Chun, which is another fighting style that uses precise strikes and movements to end a fight as quickly as possible. Hinata will always be one of my favorite characters. Sure, she tends to get a bad rap for being so quiet and gentle, but what I think a lot of people miss is her true strength. She was told by the world that she would never amount to much simply because of who she was, and yet she still found trust in herself and the ability to never ever give up. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, and I hope you did, help us keep doing what we do by liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. You can also support us on Patreon for behind the scenes footage and more fun stuff. I'll link it below. Also, follow us on Instagram and we'll definitely follow you back. Stay tuned, we have a lot of exciting stuff coming, including a more detailed Train with Hinata video. Until next time, continue never giving up.
Nice. I like it. I like how she does it in the cosplay. I like it.
Lost our edge, don't you know? Forgotten is the life we led. Now it seems you don't care what the risk. The peaceful times they have made us blind. Can't look back, they will not come back. Can't be afraid, it's time after time. So once again, I'm hiding in my room. The peaceful times they have made us blind. Now you can fly, you never try. You told me long ago. We left the wall outside the gate. So more than ever it's real. It was like a nightmare, it's painful for me, 'cause nobody wants to die too fast. Remember days of grief, now it's strange for me. I can see your face, I can hear your voice. Can't look back, they will not come back. Can't be afraid, it's time after time. So once again, I'm hiding in my room. The peaceful times they have made us blind. So you can't fly, you never try. You told me long ago. You left the wall outside the gate. So more than ever it's real. It like a nightmare, it's painful for me, 'cause nobody wants to die too fast. Remember days of grief, now it's strange for me. I could see your face, I could hear your voice. Remember the day we met, it's painful for me, 'cause nobody wants to die too fast. Remember the days we dreamt, it's painful for me. I could see your face, I could hear your voice. It was like a nightmare, it's painful for me, 'cause nobody wants to die too fast. Remember days of grief, now it's strange for me. I could see your face, I could hear your voice. But the day we met, it's painful for me, 'cause nobody wants to die too fast. Remember the days we dreamt, it's painful for me. I could see your face, I could hear your voice.
As always, I want to start by saying that I am not a teacher of Wing Chun. I am just a humble practitioner who's sharing my journey with all of you here. One of the meanings behind Shum Kyu is searching for a bridge. Since this hand form introduces movement, it could mean searching for the bridge between your body and your opponent's. It could mean the bridge between practicing the forms and applying them in a fight. It could mean the difference between occasional practice and consistently applying the mindset you've learned in your everyday life. Welcome to the next episode of Women of Wing Chun, my own personal journey through Wing Chun. As always, I'm not a teacher. I'm definitely not qualified for that. I'm simply a humble practitioner who is sharing my journey with you. It's been a little over a year now since we made our first Wing Chun video, and in many ways, I feel like I have just as much to learn now as I did back then. But I've been putting in work. They say it takes 10,000 hours to master a new skill, and these are some of the ways I've been spending those hours. I'm learning to effectively shift my weight. It's trickier than it might look, because both the timing and the size of the shift needs to be precise. In Wing Chun, well-timed weight shifts can add a lot of power to punches, strikes, and blocks, so it's an important thing to master. I'm also working on always being conscious of my center line, even when I'm moving. Not only does protecting the center line protect your vital organs, staying conscious of it also helps you find the quickest and most efficient way to attack and defend against your opponent. Of course, I'm also drilling the open hand forms, Silum Tao and Chum Kyu. With the other forms, they create the base for Wing Chun. I'll start learning the third form, Bu Ji, after I've gotten better at Chum Kyu. Since I learned Chum Kyu, which introduces movement of the feet, I've been working on integrating movement into the other drills I practice. I'm learning how to make moving across the floor and around an opponent start to feel natural. I'm also starting to work on kicking. Since I come from a dance background, it took a while for martial arts kicks to make sense in my mind. I think I'm starting to figure it out though. Finally, I've started working on drills for the wood dummy. No, I don't have a real wood dummy, so I've just been using a wall to practice. I hope I can afford to buy one eventually. Most of my training has been self-taught, figuring things out from YouTube videos, books, and old diagrams. Maybe it's not ideal, but I don't want to let my circumstances get in the way of what I want to learn. Don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do something. There's always another way. So, I'll keep training on my own, figuring things out, and practicing with others when I can. It can be a lonely journey, but I'm enjoying every step of it. Thank you so much for being part of my journey and letting me share this with you. Please subscribe if you want to see where it takes me.
Yeah, man.